Okay guys, here's the thing lang ha. This is for GCASH users or small GCASH users doing businesses. Have you ever experienced this? Oh no, I've already reached my 8K limit. Maybe I'll make another account. Then I'll wait for another month in order to refresh the account limit again. If this is you, then stay put, my friend. This video is for you. Hey guys, I'm Leon. I'll be talking about GCASH business. You can literally do it everywhere, as long as you have internet, that is. Guys, I have been in that scenario, okay? I started doing this business in 2021, amidst the pandemic, that is. Huh? You ask? Well, I was forced to find ways on how to earn money during the quarantine days, that is. And the perfect app for that is GCASH. You guessed it. Now, before we proceed, disclaimer, this video is not sponsored by GCASH or CAMB. I'm simply just sharing what I've experienced so far and how I've gotten far with this app and how I earned money in it. I am also not a professional financial advisor. I'm just a random college student who is sharing his knowledge in the internet in hopes of you guys earning money and also not wasting a single cent and any fee that may come accompanied by cashing in on GCASH. With that being said, let's go. Okay, the first one. You gotta explore the GCASH app. Okay, this is common sense. Back then, during the quarantine days, there was actually a cigarette being introduced. And do take note, I do not smoke, okay? But my parents' sari-sari store sells cigarettes. During this time, a new cigarette was introduced to us, namely Chesterfield. This cigarette was priced at 5 pesos back then. Now, before you guys say I'm just trying to buy time in order for me to gain views, stick around, and I'm sure you have heard of the Upwards promo back then. That a single pack code from a Chesterfield pack, there lies a pack code rather, and a single one of those pack code was worth 35 points. Well, what actually caught my attention back then was that if you can actually gather 1,005 points from pack codes, you can then convert it into 1,000 pesos in GCash. So, over the course of I don't know how many months, I didn't hesitate or wasted time. I immediately rummaged through the trashes in order to get those pack codes. I'm so sorry, Mom. By the end of 2022, I was able to acquire a 10K in GCash, thanks to the Chesterfield Upwards promo back then. But then there was another problem, okay? I didn't know how to do business. In short, that 10K wasn't used, but I actually put it in the GSave or in the CAMB. Because I thought, maybe I'll gain money through interest accumulating from saving that money in CIMB. Then I realized, maybe I should start educating myself in the GCash app on how I could actually use it to my advantage, or better yet, how I can make money out of it. And that's exactly what I did. But I didn't really use the 10K yet, since I wanted to play it safe. Rather, I used a completely different approach. I borrowed 3,000 pesos from my mother back then, and then she questioned what would I be doing with that money, and I said, well, I want to learn how to make money. And it was as if this is what my mother was actually waiting for me to say, and she didn't hesitate to actually trust me. Now, since there was no harm in exploring new things, I immediately went to all known outlets meant for cashing in on GCash, but there were actually just a few branches in the place. So the common branch was in 7-Eleven, the regular route, the Palawan, and Cebuana. These are the 3 outlets I had to go. Since these 3 were the only thing I knew back then, and so I had to explore and ask questions about what was the current price of their cash-in, and it was all the same wherever I go. There was a 2% deduction fee. But if your account still hasn't reached the 8K limit, it's still good and there is no charges. But beyond that 8K, it's going to charge you an extra though. I don't know if you can relate. I had 3 GCash accounts because I didn't know anyone who would want to teach me of where I could actually save more money without any charges cashing in. So the reason for 3 accounts is that if ever the first or second account had reached the 8K limit or the 8,000 pesos limit, I could switch to the other accounts without that much charge. You're still here, right? Okay. Now, the second thing, you gotta explore the CIMB app. Within this app, you can actually send money to banks without any charges. But by this point now, everyone already knows about this app. But now you can only send 5 times. So make sure to send wisely, guys. As much as possible, you can only send bigger amounts. Just to, save money. You get the point, right? In this app, you can actually save more money in cashing in on GCash. The only thing is you have to produce a barcode and then go to the nearest Cebuana, Palawan, or in fact, any banks or outlets. You can actually select where you want to send it and it be over the counter banks or other methods. Alright guys, hope this goes. This is how you actually mitigate your losses in GCash, or this is how you maximize your entire profit. As you can see, GCash, GCash has a thing called GSave, and in GSave, and at this point everyone knows GSave is connected to CIMB. See? Now, what is this related to how to maximize your profit or how to maximize your gains? Well, stick around. Log out. Now you download your CIMB, you fill out the necessary forms, and you're gonna go through a KYC process, I think. And at this point, you're gonna access your account. Okay. Excuse me. And at this point, you're gonna click in cash in. See, as you can see, I've used 5 out of 10 DragonPay Online cash limit for this month. Now, at this choices, you're gonna pick out which one you're gonna choose: Bank of Commerce Online or BDO Internet. Or you can go through over the counter. Now, there are 2 ways. You can go over the counter banks. You can actually choose any of this, which one is available in your homes or in your place. Yeah, most of the time we go to PNB or Metro Bank, any of that stuff. And the other one is the other payment center. Now this, you can actually maximize your savings or your profit. At this point, I chose Cebuana because there are plenty of branches here. The Palawan, in case my mother actually allows me to do chores or any of that other stuff. Literally, you can actually see either one of this, and I'll show you. And Cebuana, you're gonna pick 10,000. See? No fee. And once you choose that, you click continue. Okay? Once you've done that, you're gonna be notified in your Gmail, or you can just go through payment instructions. Now at this point, this is what you're gonna do, the reference number. This is what you need to be very, very, very attentive to, okay? You're gonna put it in the form in Cebuana or perhaps Palawan. You're gonna choose that. You're gonna fill in the necessary requirements, and that's just pretty much it. You're gonna either take a screenshot out of it, and then you go to the nearest one. Literally, that's just it. I do a screenshot, and literally that's just how you go. Done. This is just for those who are actually willing to grow their GCash business. So I hope you find this informative